Welcome to the COTI Show. Calvin here again from Tokyo, Japan to walk you through this month's edition. Today, we're digging into how the ecosystem is moving and what that means for builders. Grants and Builder Spotlight with quick hits from teams pushing things forward, as well as our ambassadors, community drops, and the August event calendar so you can jump right in. And stick around at the end. CEO Shahaf Bar-Geffen will close the show. Let's get into it.
To start things off, we have some exciting updates on ecosystem highlights from our Chief Ecosystem and Partnership Officer, Joshua Maddox.
August was an exciting month for COTI and its builders. We continue to see Statwig innovate, proving out the use of garbled circuits for supply chain management with partners such as the UN doing vaccine supply chain management. You'll hear later from their CEO and co-founder. There's also a game connector called CTN3 that came out of the grants program. They're about to release their alpha, and they've been building in the background. We'll also hear from them. There's also Syncra releasing 2 private to DAO contracts on COTI mainnet this month, and we're really looking forward to their launch as they bring the possibility of creating privacy DAOs directly on COTI and then doing a series of private management of those privacy DAOs. We also spent time in Hong Kong, where we continued our RWA luncheon series. These are closed cohort, invitation-only roundtables where we bring together top government, investors, and executive-level practitioners to talk about advancing tokenization in the broader real-world asset landscape. Obviously, privacy is one of the top concerns for that industry, and COTI continues to bring to bear not only its network and bringing together these leaders and working with amazing partners like Web3 Harbor, who partnered with us on that luncheon, but also bringing together a top-class network of people who have the ability, the resources, and the connections in order to advance tokenization in the space.
Data privacy and trust are challenges in medical services. Statwig is tackling this with COTI's garbled circuit technology. Let's see how it changes the game with SIT.
Over the last few years, Vaccine Ledger has become a trusted platform for governments, UN agencies, and healthcare providers to track vaccines across the entire supply chain. One of the biggest challenges we constantly face is ensuring data privacy and trust, especially when sensitive health data is being shared across multiple stakeholders who don't always trust each other. That's where our new integration with COTI's garbled circuits technology comes in. It allows us to enable privacy-preserving computation so that ministries, hospitals, manufacturers, and global agencies can all run analytics and validate supply chain data without ever exposing the raw information. Imagine being able to prove that a batch of vaccines has maintained cold chain integrity, or that the delivery schedules are being met without disclosing patient records or proprietary logistics data. This integration is a game changer for global health supply chains. It means we can unlock collaboration between countries, aid organizations, and private sector partners while maintaining the highest standards of confidentiality and compliance. Looking ahead, this capability opens up powerful opportunities. We can extend the model beyond vaccines to essential medicines, food security, and climate-sensitive commodities, any sector where trust and privacy matter. It also lays the foundation for new financing and incentive models. Governments and donors can release funds based on verifiable supply chain outcomes, while citizens gain strong assurance that life-saving products reach them on time. Vaccine Ledger's integration with garbled circuits is not just about securing data, it's about building the next generation of trusted, transparent, and privacy-first digital public goods for the world.
Coming up, we have some exciting news from Syncra about their privacy-first platform on COTI and the progress they've made. Let's hear it from the founder himself.
My name is Przemek, and I'm the founder of Syncra. We are building a no-code DAO platform with privacy first on COTI. And I'm gonna share a milestone we hit recently and what's coming up next. So, we successfully deployed Syncra contracts on COTI mainnet with wallet-based DAO support. For now, organizations can create private DAOs with confidential voting in like minutes, not months. And token-based DAOs are what's upcoming next, completing our privacy governance suite. This will unlock the sophisticated governance models with full privacy protection for any size of organization. And thank you for watching. Exciting times ahead for private governance. More updates coming soon from the Syncra.
CTN3 is bringing board games into Web3 space, and the communities of players is rapidly growing. Let's hear more from CTN3 with Benny.
Hello, my name is Benny and I'm the founder of CTN3. And CTN3 is built on top of COTI's chain, and in the last few months we were working together with COTI towards an alpha, and I'm here to give a brief update about it. CTN3 is a home web extension that will allow Colonist.io players to play on top of Colonist as a Web3 players. Currently we are working towards an MVP, and there are a few things that need to be finished. And around the next month we will have an alpha with early access for some small amount of users. The goal of CTM is to grow a community around the board game Qatar, a community of Web3 players that will sit on top of COTI. And my personal goal here is to achieve like 2000 games, daily games that will be played upon our platform. And I think it is doable in the next half year or year. Thank you for joining us on the brief update, and feel free to join our Discord, and if you want to join the waitlist for the alpha, you can also message us on Discord.
Up next, we have Brad from the business development team at COTI, sharing the latest updates on our grants program and some exciting news from Rare Evil. Let's hear it from Brad.
Hi everyone, this is Brad from the business development team here at COTI Network, and today I have two updates for you. Now, the first is around our grants program. I'm happy to announce that we have a few new projects joining the ecosystem. They'll be announced very imminently, so keep your eyes peeled. And I implore you to please engage with them, show them the best of what the COTI community have to offer, and help them to expand their footprint in what is a new ecosystem for them. Secondly, on grants, we had a number of applications last month, very high volumes of submissions, which I'm pleased to say we have filtered, progressed, and now many sit in the final stages of our Builders program. Now, they're not guaranteed to join, but I'm very excited at the prospect of what they could bring. There are diverse portfolio verticals from DeFi to AI to marketplaces to public goods, and so it's a good opportunity to show what privacy can do in those industries. Finally, I want to move on to Rare Evo. Now, Rare Evo is a huge event for Cardano, one of the biggest on their calendar. It was in Las Vegas at the Caesars Palace, and I had an opportunity to meet with Charles Hoskinson, with Iran, the CEO of Shielded Technologies, and with lots of the senior leadership team at the Midnight Foundation as we propel JED into its next chapter, which is leading stablecoins in what is a defining era where privacy and compliance are the two top design principles. JED has been very warmly received, and we have big plans for it. And I also want to add that the developers in Cardano were very receptive to becoming open sourced. This, of course, now means that they can integrate it with their applications, they can integrate it into their user experiences, and it enables us to scale JED in a more permissionless way. So that's it for me this month. I look forward to next month, and I hope to have many exciting updates of our new ecosystem entries.
Vibe coding is bringing new builders together like never before. And with our expansion to international audiences, this is just the start. To tell us more, please welcome our Director of Events, Robert de Groot.
First off, our meetups. We've had the biggest turnout yet this month in our vibe coding sessions. Meetups where we have people try and build with the latest tools to make their applications on COTI. Exciting, and we're going to continue these abroad as well. Live streams. We've had several great live streams with Bancor about building strategies, with Hacken about security. There was a Friday night session where the community could join in as well. I'd highly recommend you to try out one of the next Friday night sessions to jump on and be part of the conversation. We've had several other good ones. One of them on RWAs, thanks to Rafa for that one, with insights on regulation. Then we will be at Japan Blockchain Week with a vibe coding event. We will be at Korea Blockchain Week with a vibe coding event, and we will be at Token 2049 in Singapore with a vibe coding event. And there will be also 2 new RWA gatherings, one in Bangkok and one in Singapore as part of Token 2049. All of the vibe coding sessions are announced on stay.coti.io. And if you can't make it in person, of course, then join us for the Friday night sessions, and I hope to see you there.
Closing things out is COTI's CEO, Shahaf Bar-Geffen, with updates on privacy on-chain.
The things that really excited me this past month. So what have we been working on? I'll start off by saying that I believe privacy is the biggest opportunity in crypto for the coming years. Why? Well, first off, if institutions are coming to crypto, and they are coming to crypto, as you know and probably follow, then they need privacy. That's guaranteed. If stables will continue to grow and be big, and they are, then payments needs privacy. We know that from back in the days, right, in COTI. So that continues to be a huge opportunity. And it's not just us saying that. We just saw the latest post by CZ speaking about why DEXs need privacy and why this, and we see was in his 20s, this is exactly what he would build. So that is coming as well, right? So all of these opportunities are coming to COTI, and you know, this is why we're focusing exactly on that. DeFi, real world assets, and stablecoins. So we've been, again, continuously improving the tech stack. So, and even now we can do things that no other privacy chain can do. And we even continue to improve that. And we do that at a much better performance than on the other chains. So, you know, as demand grows, and I'm sure it grows because of stables, DeFi, and real world assets, then, you know, developers will look for the best chain to do everything. And I do believe COTI is that chain. And even if they don't choose COTI, right, we still have the privacy on demand offering, so we can kind of capture these opportunities regardless. So we've been improving the tech stack. Now, if you are creating private tokens, then how do you actually hold them in your wallet? Like, how do you work with that? Like, what wallet actually supports private tokens right now? No wallet. But I'm happy to say that COTI is the first to integrate private tokens to MetaMask. So that is also coming, and it's the first in the world. And it's not the last wallet we'll be working with, but MetaMask obviously is an amazing opportunity. So that is coming as well. What else? So for real world assets, I don't know if you watched, and some of it will be in this show, but we continue to sit at all the right tables, right? First, you know, the first events don't even invite you, then they invite you, and now we actually host the events. So we run events in Hong Kong, Singapore, New York City, even one with the mayor's office, Dubai, in Bangkok, just to name a few. So we're definitely part of that game, and we're definitely part of these conversations. Stablecoins. We at Rare Evo, the Cardano event, we announced that we'll be open sourcing JED to encourage more development and further opportunities for the stablecoin. But I think even more interesting is that we unveiled that JED will be a private stablecoin. So you have private JED on COTI, Cardano, and Midnight. Is JED the last private stablecoin that COTI will issue? No. We're working on a few other partnerships because, as I said, I do believe that stables will continue to be a huge opportunity when it comes to privacy because of payments. How do we plan to continuously grow our ecosystem? And again, there have been quite a few new partners joining us in August, and others will continue to join. But I'm not sure how much you care about this name and that name and that name and that, and you know, the fact that the ecosystem continues to grow. I think we should care more about systems. And I think two big things that I want to make sure that you follow on. One, have you noticed how many vibe code events we had recently? I don't know if you follow that, if for you it's the whole, oh yeah, it's this AI thing, but allow me to further explain the opportunity here. There are about 30,000 blockchain developers out there, and everybody's chasing the same people, right? This is the wrong game to be in. This is why we are making COTI far more accessible by giving tools that allow, people that don't know how to code to actually build that on top of COTI. So we begin off with sessions, with education, and these recently all became oversubscribed. So there are a lot of folks that actually want this education and then learn, and like the first code that they produced with vibe coding techniques is actually on top of COTI. And this is amazing because that gives us access to about 100 million potential developers. So this is what we're looking for. So this is an amazing opportunity. This is, I think, one of our best leverage on the market, on the ecosystem development. It will take time, but this is the sort of things that kind of like accumulate, and until at some point they erupt, and now you have a lot of developers building on top of COTI. So that's one thing. The other one, I am happy to say that this September, COTI Earn is coming. COTI Earn is for the believers. COTI Earn will allow you, if you're watching this video, then you're probably part of our ecosystem. So there are new rewards to capture, and these rewards will also encourage new builders to come in. So this is the sort of spiral effect that we're trying to create here. Giving access and allowing more people to become developers and rewarding everybody, holders, people that we use the dApps on top of COTI, and builders and creators and all of these folks, and that will allow us to really grow. So this is, so I was asked to make a 60-second video. Here we are at 7 minutes later. If you've watched this, I hope you understand how excited we are for these opportunities. I'm pretty happy the holidays are over. Excuse me, we wanted to be back at it as fast as we can. And we have the rest of the year to really show you what we're made of. So thank you for watching this.
That is the show. Want to jump in? The calendar and replays are live. Build resources, events, and live streams, go to stay.coti.io. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at COTI Foundation and drop your questions in the comments. Thanks for watching. Stay COTI.